it's Amy from Mastro Stretch, and I wanted to give people that have had lower back issues, lower back pain, a beginner's workout to get going again. So this should be a very, very safe workout. It's going to help improve your core strength, which is very important to preventing back pain, and then also introducing some stretches that will help also prevent that back pain from coming back. And I know sometimes you're nervous about going back to the gym, so this workout should be a good way to get started again. And I'm happy to share this with you. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to warm up our joints. So this is how we're going to do it. We're going to stay in a seated position, any comfortable position you'd like. And we're going to tense up the body a little bit. So like you're just creating some tension, you know, like when a kid would go, you know, like that. Tense up a little bit, probably like 20%. So go ahead and do that for me. Tense up a little bit and make some neck circles. So it's really important to have good range in every joint. So we're gonna go 2 times in one direction, 2 times in the other direction. Now, if you feel any pain at any point, you skip over that part. Then let's get our arms. So arms come up. You're going to, again, tense up a little bit. Arms come up, rotate back. Extend as far back as possible. Palms are facing out. And then reverse that as you come forward. And again, we're just going to do this 2 times, warming up the joints a little bit, creating a little tension as we do that. Now let's get the shoulder blades. Create some tension. Lift through the shoulder blades up to the ears, then squeeze the shoulder blades together. Drop the shoulder blades down so the ears move away from the ears, shoulders move away from the ears, and then spread the shoulder blades apart and just make that circle with your shoulder blades. 2 times in one direction and then 2 times in the other direction. Then cross the arms over. We're working the thoracic area, the spine. You want the movement only to come through here, from here, and again, roll through the spine. Keep a little tension as you do this. And in essence, you're gaining strength as you do that. 2 times one direction, 2 times the other direction. Get your wrist a little bit, tighten, make a fist, tighten up, and just keep it in the wrist. Don't move, rotate the forearm as we do this. Keep it in the wrist. So 2 times one direction, 2 times other direction. Switch sides. This is really great to do every day. You can do this every day. And then let's get our hips. So just go into this wide leg position, tighten up the hips a little bit, tighten up the legs, and drop your knees in and out. And again, just do that a couple times in each direction. Move on to the ankles. Tighten up the ankle, tighten up the body a little bit. 2 times in one direction, and then 2 times in the other direction. Switching sides. So this workout will be a little unique because we're incorporating some fascial conditioning, elasticity conditioning as we superset the exercises. Good. Now let's start with our workout. We're going to start with opening the hip flexors. So a lot of times back pain, actually the source of it can come from the front of the hip. So let's go ahead and loosen the front of the hips up. We're going to, since you're starting out, let's go 10 to 15 times. We're just going to go 1, 2, 3, and it's just very rhythmic pulse. 9 and 10. Switch sides. 1, 2, 3, and you're only holding that for about a second. 9 and 10. You just feel that slight pull. Now let's go into some bridges. So and glute strength is also very important for back pain, preventing back pain. So get your feet even. You're going to press evenly through your feet. You're going to turn the palms up so you can engage the back and between the shoulder blades a little bit. Lift the hips up, squeeze the butt. Make sure you don't lift too high, as that will start to engage the lower back. So I want you to focus on the glute here. So if you're arching the upper back, mid back, go ahead, drop that down a little bit, and you'll probably feel the glutes turn on a little bit more. And then we're going to come down, and the rep range here can be 8 to 12 if you want to go ahead and do 15 or 20 if your level of fitness is at that level. Go ahead and do that. So we're going to go into our bridges, keeping the focus on the glutes so we're not lifting as high as possible. So I'm going to just do 10 here. But again, the rep range is up to you. You can go from anywhere from 8 to 20. But if you're just starting out, I would stay on the lower end to see how your back feels after you do this. So let's just repeat this one more time. You can do this once. Again, if you're really coming out of an injury or just getting started again, do it one time. See how your body feels and responds to it, and the next time you can add another set or more reps. So you really tune into your body and see how it responds to this type of exercise. So about 10 times here, switching legs. If you're struggling with balance, just hold on to something. And then go back into our bridges. Press through your feet nice and strong, palms face up. Press the arms into the floor, into the mat. Tuck your chin in a little bit, lengthen the back of your head. Don't lift too high, focus on the glutes. Slowly lower down, but keep the contraction, don't relax all the way, and then push back up. So pressing through the feet, stabilizing the knees, focus on the glutes, lengthen the back of the neck, and pressing with the backs of the hands. Having strong glutes and hips is another critical thing for preventing back pain. Okay, then come on up. Now, moving on, let's go into a forward fold. I love this elasticity conditioning. It conditions the fascia, which is your connective tissue. It connects everything together in your body, and it's going to help improve the health of that. So just interlace your hands behind your back, or behind your head, and then we're going to pulse again. And I'm going to do that about 10 times. Make sure your toes are up here. And you can feel this anywhere from your calves into your lower back, into the neck. So all that fascia is connected. All that connective tissue is connected. So somewhere along that line, you're going to probably feel some tension. Now let's start to strengthen our core. Let's come into a plank position. I'm going to show you variations. You should be able to start somewhere. So ideally, this is going to be a little bit of a harder version. Palms are up. Get the elbow, wrist, and shoulder in line. So try not to bring your hands in. Go ahead and come onto your toes. You're going to even out your hips. Notice if one hip drops, try to even out the hips and keep the head part of the spine, the cervical spine, in line with the rest. So go ahead and squeeze your butt a little bit, and you're going to hold that plank. Aim for 20 seconds to start. Okay, that might be difficult. If that's difficult, come onto your hands. Come onto your knees. Pull the shoulders down and do it on the knees. Now you can also do it on the knees and your elbows. Again, you're aiming for 20 seconds. You can also, if those versions are still too difficult, go to a wall. You can go to a wall and just step back and hold a plank. As you elevate the arms, the easier it's going to be. So even maybe put your arms up on a stool or a bench, and that's going to be easier as well. Find a plank you can do. Hold that for 20 seconds. Come back to the forward fold. Again, Only about 10 of these. Toes are up, let the spine round. You actually want to feel that stretch. Just gently though. And then back to our plank for 20 seconds. So we can go here, even the hips out, shoulders back and down, looking towards the mat. So your head is in line with your spine. Pulling the lower belly up and holding it firm. And holding that for about 20 seconds. And releasing. Great. Now let's work side plank. Side plank is very important, but we're going to loosen it up before we work it. So you're going to take that lunge position, single leg lunge, kneeling position. Now you're going to work the side of the back leg. Arm comes up and you're just, again, 10 times, just a very gentle pulse. If you're struggling with balance, hold on to something here. You don't have to use your other arm. So 10 times there, switch sides. 10 times to the other side. And then come into side plank. Variations of side plank are going to be very similar to the regular plank. A modification would be to bend the knees. And again, very important to keep the shoulder strong and push down. Let's go ahead and pop up. Here, what we want to look for. We want to look for the hips are stacked. We're not rotating one hip forward or one hip back. Keep those hips in line. Same thing with the shoulders. You don't want to be forward or back. The shoulders are in line with each other. You can lift through the arm or just place the hand on the hip here. Again, you want to try to hold this for 20 seconds. This is a modified. You can also pop up on to your feet, crisscross legs. This is getting harder. Then double stack the legs. Now, if all those are too difficult, again, elevate the arm up. So get some pillows, get a block, get something. Keep elevating that arm up. You can also go to the wall again. Bring your hand here, step away, and turn this abs, the side of the abs on. So find the side plank, and that's a really, really big one for core strength, because we want to make sure you're feeling the side that should be working. Okay, go ahead and switch sides. Find which plank works for you. If you can only hold it 5 seconds, hold it 5 seconds. Aim for 20. Whatever you can do, you got to start somewhere. And then release, and then come back down. Let's repeat the elasticity training. I'm going to alternate between using elasticity training and fascial conditioning. Same thing, 10 times here. And again, you can progress here, 10, 15. Ultimately, we want to do about 20 times. And then switch sides. And then side plank again. For about 20 seconds, whatever you can hold, with good form. Stacking the shoulders, stacking the hips, heads in line with the neck and the shoulders. You can have your phone out and you can time yourself. And then switching sides. My left side does not turn on as well as my right side. So that's something I focus on a little bit more. And you'll start to notice these things. So aiming for about 20 seconds. And then coming down. Now the only equipment I have here is a band. You can always use the band to increase the resistance on the bridges. A lot can do with the band. Now, so if you don't have the band, I'll show you the version for this. So we're gonna work the back of the shoulders. You're gonna find a band and you're just gonna pull straight back. Be mindful that your shoulders aren't going up to your ears, that you keep your shoulders down, and you feel this in the back of the shoulders. So we're just gonna do this 10 times. If you don't have a band, I just want you to thumbs point back, squeeze your shoulder blades together, and you're gonna do that 10 times. And then we're pairing that up with push-ups. Push-ups are such a good exercise. So real important with the push-ups, it's a core exercise as well because we're maintaining a strong core. We don't want our hips to dip. So we don't want this to happen when we're doing a push-up. We also don't want the butt in the air when we're doing a push-up. Another thing we're looking for is neck. So we don't want this, this little pecking chicken neck to happen as well. So find a good stance, arm width for you, probably about wide. It's going to be wider than shoulder width. That's going to feel best on your wrist to start. So you want your wrist right under your elbows. You're going to pull down the shoulders, lock them in. Let's start on our knees, and you're just going to do as many as you can. Think about the back working on the way down, stabilizing the shoulders from lifting up, and then squeezing the chest on the way up. So you're going to do as many as you can. Now, if this is difficult, again, elevate the hands or even go to the wall to do those push-ups. Aim for about 8 to 10 to start. Then we'll go back to working the back. But again, if you can do 2, do 2. Start somewhere. Shoulders back and down, pull back for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great. Back to the push-ups. You're going to give the butt a little squeeze. Abs are really firm here. Shoulders are back and down. Lock those shoulders in. Squeeze on the way up. If you're only going this far, that's awesome too. A little bit is better than nothing. So focus on what you're doing. You're getting started, getting back into it, and anything is better than nothing. All right, moving on. Now, let's go into hips. Again, like I said, glutes, hips, core, very important for preventing and keeping your back healthy. So let's loosen up the groin first, then we're going to strengthen the hips. So you're just going to take this frog pose and probably bring the toes together. You can stay on the hands, you can go on the elbows, and you're just going to rock back and forth. You're going to feel this stretch in your groin. You're just going to do that 10 times. And then go ahead and come on over onto your side. Come all the way down. Support your head. Keep your legs bent. The feet are going to kind of stay together. And then you can place your hands on your thigh. Or if you have a band, you can loop it around your knees. And you're just going to push up. You may not even need that. And you're going to feel that right in here, strengthening your hips. So I do that about 10 times. Now, a couple of considerations here. Be mindful you're not rocking back. Keep it right here. If you're not feeling it in the spot that you should feel it, then reevaluate your form. So about 10 times here, then switch sides, clamshell. This is a little clamshell on the other side. And 10 times here. Really feel it working here. And you can touch. It'll help kind of target that area. Okay, let's go back to loosening up the groin. Often very, very tight. Contributor to back pain. Sometimes, not always. And rock back and forth for 10 times. And then back to the clamshells, strengthening the hips. and just you can add the band or your hands for a little resistance. And then switch sides. And 10 times on that side. So that's it for our beginner's workout. I think this will be a good resource for those of you who've had lower back issues and are a little nervous about going back to the gym. I hope this gets you started. And as a general rule, you can start with one set only, a rep range of 8 to 12. But again, if you can't get 8, that's fine. As you get stronger, feel free to add 2 sets to 3 sets to 4 sets. And then also progressing in the rep range, so you can go up to 20 reps as well. So I hope that makes sense. I will make some notes in the comments below in the details. That way I can kind of outline it and the exercises for you. So again, this is Amy. I hope this helps you. And if you like this workout, just give me a little like in the video in the comment section, and please share it with someone that might appreciate this video. So until next time, bye.